I'm feeling particularly talkative today, apparently, so it's going to be a twofer. Something that my stepdad said yesterday, we were at a little family get-together, my uncle and his girlfriend, wife, I can't recall whether they're married. I don't think they are, so I guess it's his girlfriend, but regardless, doesn't matter. We were at my brother's house, and my stepdad was mentioning that he had talked to my sister, Stephanie. She is my half-sister, and she lives out in Tucson. She's quite a bit younger than I am. My brother and sister, half-brother and sister, are both quite a bit younger than I am. But it was an interesting thing that he said, because it's not something that was even on my radar when I was her age, but apparently she's been trying to backwards plan to figure out at the age of 45 how much she would need to make now up until that time in order to retire. And I just thought that was such a crazy good idea. Like, we don't think about what we're going to end up with at the time we retire. I think instead what we do a lot of the time is we try to do the best we can and hope that, come 62 or whatever retirement age you are, when that time comes, that we've just sort of done the best we can. And, you kind of rely on the market to improve and for your investments to obviously generate interest to the point where, it becomes realistic for you to retire. And my dad, having recently retired, went through a lot of financial planning to really try to figure out, based on the amount of money they have, how can they afford to live? How much can they afford to spend on a monthly basis, taking their current bills and their current situation into consideration. So it's interesting. People approach the equation of retirement in different ways. And in mine, it's really been sort of an out of sight, out of mind. We have tried to invest in retirement plans, 401ks, TIAA, CREF, managed funds, crap like that. And I could not tell you for the life of me how much money I actually have in my retirement account right now. And that's probably not a good thing. I probably should be more mindful of that, and I probably should be putting away more money so that I can afford to live when I'm ready to retire. But I didn't really think about it and think about it too deeply until I realized that I'm 40 now. And she's talking about trying to figure out how much she would need to make so that she can retire at 45. And that's 5 years away for me. And I can't think of anyone I know who's my age who would be able to do something like that. I mean, that to me is just mind-boggling. So kudos to her, but, it sucks to be me. And it sucks to be a lot of the people that, are sort of stuck in this web of work and not have the foresight to engage in that sort of planning. So that's definitely something that's worth considering, worth looking into, because, a lot of what I'm talking about or trying to really document and grab a hold of and figure out deals with investment in oneself from a mental standpoint, from a physical well-being standpoint, but it doesn't really deal with financial well-being. So definitely an area that I haven't covered yet, but one that I'm looking forward to digging into.